In the United States, one physician every day is lost to suicide. Suicide is a global epidemic in our 21st century, and it has been exponentially increasing year after year. However, consistently throughout the years, physicians have stayed among the highest. The general population has a suicide rate of about 12.3 per 100,000 individuals. Physicians are almost at double that, at about 40 per 100,000 individuals. The world needs doctors. We need healers. They help people, they save lives, they improve quality of lives, and quite ironically, they are the people that bring attempted suicide victims back from the brink of death, but are also twice as likely than anyone in this room to commit suicide themselves. Medscape in 2018 published a survey with about 1,200 participants in 29 different medical specialties, and it was reported that about 44% of physicians experienced high levels of burnout, and 15% experienced high levels of depression. One could argue that this is simply because medicine, by its very nature, is highly taxing mentally and physically, and requires individuals who are able to make use of strong coping mechanisms in order to deal with the stresses of their daily lives. However, to that, I would argue that, yes, medicine, by its very nature, is highly mentally and physically taxing. But the degree to which it is dismantling our physicians is absurd. Health organizations and hospitals are largely run like businesses. This is because many of the administrators of these organizations and hospitals are businessmen and women. The result of this is that they seek to maximize profits. They seek to maximize diversification opportunities. They seek to maximize the patient-doctor ratio to its breaking point. Physicians are not machines. Physicians will and do break. With this in mind, I believe that we need to come to a change. Firstly, I believe that we need to destroy the stigma on mental health. Throughout the 21st century, the war on mental health has been rather successful. It has been the project of our 21st century, with celebrities and pop culture icons coming out with their issues, spreading awareness. Through this, we have been able to spread awareness of mental health, and in fact, there's an international day dedicated to mental health awareness. And we can see by this that we have made enormous strides. However, this wave of epiphany doesn't seem to have hit medicine. To kickstart this, I'm proposing three things. Firstly, I propose that we need to change the way we interact with our physicians. We must develop a sense of tolerance towards our physicians, accepting that although they have studied many years, practiced many hours, they do not know everything. We must stop putting our physicians on pedestals, because just as you and me, they are normal, everyday humans. Secondly, I believe that there needs to be an internal change within medicine. Physicians need to be encouraged to identify, deal with, and speak about their mental health issues. At that same time, hospitals and health organizations need to have facilities in which these words can be appropriately received and the necessary action can be taken in order to better the lives of these physicians. If you would allow me to digress for a moment. During my drafting of this topic, I was asked numerous times, why this? Why are you passionate about this? And here's my answer. Because it's me. Ever since I was 12 years old, I've dreamed about becoming a neurosurgeon. In fact, this has been such an ongoing dream of mine that many of my family members refer to me as Dr. Ahang from time to time, for my amusement. At that same time, I believe that this dream was the product of losing my father at age 6. A few years after my father's death, like him, I was diagnosed with depression. Through the pain of this loss, I believe I learned something beautiful. And what it is that I feel I learned is that helping people feels good. I felt that I was able to alleviate my pain through helping others, and through this, I developed an immense appreciation, passion, interest, love for medicine, for healing, for helping people. And I believe that many of our current physicians go into the medical system just like this, but they are torn apart, they are dismantled, and they are tossed away. This brings me to my third proposal. I believe that this new medical system should be structured around the ideal of the future. We need more physicians to enter the medical system, and we need people who are passionate and love humanity, because if that passion, that fire is stoked, those physicians will go on to impact the world in amazing ways that we cannot imagine. Healing is the greatest gift that humanity has to offer. The passion for medicine, for healing, for helping people should not be extinguished. At the beginning of my presentation, I stated that in the United States, one physician is lost to suicide every day. And, well, I'm here in the hopes of one day not becoming another statistic. Thank you.